Hey teacher, I hope you're well. If you are watching this video, then you have likely been searching for EverFi, or you are using one of my resources, and I've recommended EverFi as a supplemental resource to help you make the most of the project you're doing with your students. I love EverFi. I've been using them since at least 2019. They're just a great company, and the cool thing is the best resource for financial literacy is completely free. When you sign up for an EverFi account, you don't have to pay anything. There's no subscription. You're just going to select the grades that you teach, and then you get these free courses. The one for the lower grades is the Compassion Project, which is a great thing to do anyway, although we're not going to dive into that today because that's not directly related to the subjects I teach. I teach about math through financial literacy and real life experiences, hands-on learning. So we're going to be talking about Vault Understanding Money, and I'm going to be walking you through a demo in this video. So when you sign up for your EverFi account, because I'm going to link it down in the description below, this is not a sponsored post or anything like that. I just really like them. You don't have to pay anything. In fact, you don't even need to sign up using a school address if you're not working at a school, or if you just prefer to use a private email. That's what I did to sign up for this account. So now I am at the demo, and this is basically a teacher preview of what the students are going to be experiencing. So I'm just going to show you what this looks like. So right here it says, a group of friends are playing their favorite game, World Jumpers. They're all having fun. So we have some dialogue here. I'm clicking through so I can hear the dialogue from everybody on the screen or read it. I actually really like that they have the option of reading the text. I think that's really good for accessibility, although you might choose to have students actually practice reading because it's a way for them to practice those skills as well. Daniel wants to show everyone his science project, but he trips and goes flying right onto their World Jumper cards. So we are introduced to the conflict. We have the take on it. Depending on the resource you have of mine, there's going to be a different module that I recommend that you use. So for this particular one, I am recording this because of my product line that has students creating and developing businesses as project-based learning. So I'm just going to really quickly flip through just in case you got this resource to make sure that we're talking about the same one. This is for my lemonade stand project, which is beefy, right? I put everything I could possibly think of in here. It's a project that I've ran with students multiple times and they love it. And I do have it differentiated by grade. So if you have maybe third grade students one year, fourth grade students another, you can get the resources for the grade that you need. Okay. And I have plenty more coming too. I'm always adding to this resource, but this is just a little preview of what we have so far, rubrics and all. Okay, so we have several modules here: financial decision making, budgeting and spending, income and careers, credit and borrowing, future planning, and some more of the storyline. For this resource specifically, and for this product line of having students create and facilitate actual real life businesses, budgeting and spending is probably going to be the most relevant. However, if you have the time available, or if you want to use this as like a filler activity or an early finisher activity, enrichment extension, there are so many ways that you could use EverFi, then that's totally fine. But ideally, you'll want to have them able to do budgeting and spending when they get to the budgeting section of this resource. So for example, we're looking right now at my slides for this program, right? So we have the lemonade stand here. They're getting to the point where they're learning about supplies and budgeting. They're going to talk about wants, needs, and wishes. They're going to actually be building a zero-based budget and figuring out what is going to be their profit and revenue goals. Like, we do everything the way that they actually would do in real life, which is so fun. So ideally, they would have some exposure to budgeting and spending before. And if you haven't gone over that with them, this is a good way to do it. So when we click start here, it's going to make you work through a pre-assessment. I really like this because this is best practice anyway, always having some kind of formative assessment so we can figure out where students are. If you have a budget, you have a plan for using your money over time, reliable. I mean, actually, it really doesn't matter what I pick because we're just going to get through here. So we're going to work through that. And this is a demo. So obviously this is not going to be exactly the same. So we continue with the story. We have a place for the kids to play, but I really do like that as the kids are working through here, they actually get to play the games. I really like this. I was actually really excited about this activity. So Jet gets paid for a job. What should she do with the money? I really like this one because especially when they're working through these PBL projects and when they're actually launching businesses and earning real money, they're going to want to spend it, especially if they're not used to having extra pocket money. So being able to expose them to different ways of saving and investing and spending is just so invaluable. So this is that budgeting and spending section. I just highly recommend, if you can, giving them a chance to really play with this, because this isn't something that, that they're often exposed to unless they happen to be in a household that does, right? So I have no idea, honestly, how to play this game, but the actual learning is just going to be so important. As you can see, I'm just playing and clicking through, and that's pretty much it. It's really easy to set up an account. You'll get instructions there. If you can, have them work through the budgeting and spending section of the Vault course before they get to the budgeting section of any of these entrepreneurial projects. But if you can't, I totally understand. If you are using Google Classroom, it is so easy to be able to assign everything in there, and I'll be sure to have another video that shows you how to do just that. By the way, if you ever have any questions, you are welcome to send me an email, Brittany@mathwithminis.com. I'll be sure to put that email address somewhere up on the screen, and I'll list it in the video description for you. You can always send me a DM to mathwithminis on Instagram. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel, because not only do I have tutorials for all the tech and apps and tools that I have you use with my projects, but I also like just finding and sharing things that are going to be helpful to you as you teach math with real world experiences to your 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade students. Bye for now.